Hi, today we're having another video reaction. This format is being very successful, and to be honest, for me it's a pleasure of making these videos because it's making me go back, sometimes years ago. It's like traveling back in time and reliving everything as it happened. These videos are also giving me the chance to update, to give you new insight, to tell you things that happened but that we couldn't tell you back at the time. Today we're gonna tell you about the rescue of Sky. Sky is probably our most celebrated rescue together with Betsy, and it's because it was such an extreme case. I had never seen anything like this before. Now, let's begin. This is the moment that I saw Sky for the first time. I just couldn't believe it. This family had written to us. They had asked for help. This family had adopted, they were a German family, a couple, young couple. They had adopted a dog from Romania. Now, the organization in Romania sent them pictures and they said that Sky had some injuries, but they didn't put much emphasis on the injuries. So when these guys received the dog in Germany, they realized that half of the head was completely missing. I mean, it was a miracle that this dog was still alive. Apparently, somebody had given him like a big cat with a spade, with one of these things that you use. How you spade? No, yeah, spade. Right. So he went like this from the side, and the injuries were so terrible. So when the dog arrived there, they realized the extent of the injuries, and they also realized that the dog couldn't open his mouth because it was locked shut. You see, the injury had cut the bone and there was new bone being formed and it couldn't open the mouth. So this dog could only eat a little bit and drink through a little space between his teeth. Anyway, at that point they asked for our help and we say, just please jump on a plane, bring the dog, bring Sky to us, we will fix it, or we will try to fix it. Look at this. I was so surprised. Half of the head was missing, but otherwise the dog was completely normal, super friendly. Look at this. Look at this. Visually, it was such a shocking thing because you realize that half of the head is missing and your eyes cannot really make sense of what you're seeing. That was unbelievable. One eye was missing. There was a tissue missing everywhere in the head. There was infection everywhere. The smell, I can't tell you, the smell. God. Poor baby. So there he was. Look at this. That eye, that only eye, is the most expressive eye I have ever seen. This is our trauma surgeon, Antonio, looking at the injuries and being in complete shock. Look at this. With that one eye, he tried to make sense of everything. You see these injuries? Look, this is all mostly infection. This is where the eye used to be, and it's all completely infected, and the bone is locked shut. So he could only eat through here, through a little space, a narrow space. Wow, unbelievable. But from the beginning, we could see he was so friendly. Look at the space where the eye was. It was all gone. Imagine the suffering. And it was infection. The things that we got out of that hole. Oh God. It was hair. When I was surprised, and honestly, I'm telling you now, what I was surprised is how come in Germany the vets there did such a poor job. Because when they saw this animal in this condition, They should have at least tried something, at least try to clean the injury, disinfect the thing properly. There was hair everywhere, hair without inside the eye socket. I mean, I was so disappointed. I mean, look, we get extreme cases all the time, and we get to fix the work of others. But sometimes when you see things like this, you just wonder. Anyway. So we sedated the Sky, and when you see images like this that the dog is very quiet, usually we have sedated them a bit so that we can touch, we can inspect things properly. He was in quite a lot of pain. We realized that we had to do something about it, and we had to fix this. So we did a CT scan. We did a CT scan to evaluate the extent of the injuries within the jaw. Look at this. We use a human scan, by the way. There are no CT scans for dogs and for humans. It's a whole big, huge machine that is used in hospitals. Very complete, and it gives us a really good idea of what it is that we can do and what we can't do. Look at this. The reconstruction. Look at this. You see, all of this was missing. All this is the arc, the zygomatic arc was missing in one side of the head. The eye and everything was completely gone. Poor thing. But I tell you, it was so easy to handle him. He was so cooperative at all times. And this is Jorge. He was director of the Valencia Sur Hospital before it got sold off to Anicura's group. And he was amazing in this case. We immediately realized that in order to make this work, we will have to build some kind of jaw prosthesis. The jaw was completely shut. There was no articulation, there was no joint. So we had to do something to build here so that the jaw could open and he could eat and he could drink. Poor thing. Unbelievable. At that point, we still didn't know how we were going to fix this. We were evaluating possible alternatives. So the first thing we had to do was to go into surgery and do a complete cleanup of the area, which is what we did here. Look, I'm sorry about these images, it's hard to watch. First we had to get rid of all the infected area, the eye socket had to be shut down. Look, he was still eating through a tube, but we were getting things ready for the implementation of a jaw prosthesis. But what kind of jaw prosthesis? Were we gonna make a mechanical one? What was the thing? In the end, we decided, instead of going for a mechanical prosthesis, we decided to do something called autologous prosthesis. I mean, what we did was we took a piece of fat from his belly, we entered in that area and we placed the fat in such a way that it made the jaw work again. So instead of having some kind of machinery or some kind of external object, foreign object, we used his own tissue, his own body tissue. It was really great. But anyway, you're gonna see it now. He was much more comfortable already. You see? He's eating. Look. You see how he's opening his mouth? He couldn't do this before. Look at this. That was so moving. It was the first time that he had been able to open his mouth and chew and pull and eat. This is hard to watch, but bear in mind that this is only cosmetic. So for a dog, it has no importance whatsoever. Jorge was so pleased to this. I've known Jorge for many years, 7 years now, and I have to tell you that this day was one of the happiest days of him as a vet, because it was such a difficult case, and he was able to change and everything for this dog. So he's saying for the first time Sky is eating on his own. And then from that moment on, it was a quick recovery, really. He was always going around looking for food, looking for treats. Look, he was in such a good mood, eating raw meat, very, very happy. And whenever people looked at him, they all felt like a mix of sadness, horror, but at the same time optimism, because this is such a beautiful story. And because even if he looks so terrible, he never gave up. So now, what were we gonna do with Sky? I mean, Sky was adopted by this family in Germany. They had asked us for help, and we have told them that after we fix him, we were going to bring him back to them. There were thousands of people around the world that offered to adopt Sky, but we told them no, Sky had a family. Sky has a family that waiting for him. So people got upset with us because they say, oh no, but if you're helping him, that means that the family cannot do it. They should release the ownership. That's not the way we work. When somebody asks us for help, we never ask them to relinquish ownership on the animal. Never. This is a decision that we take together. Is he gonna be okay if he goes back to you? Yes, no, why, how? And these are the considerations that we take in consideration. We just don't care about ownership or anything like this. Or no. If we help you, we get the dog. I find this behavior abhorrent. So that was the day that we took Sky back to Germany. I went with Maribel. It was gonna be a long drive once we got there. And I told Maribel, look at her, so cute and so young. Anyway, we were much younger now. It was her first trip to Germany. She was so happy. All right. In that trip, we also went to deliver Coco, a kitty, to his home. I think maybe that was Maribel's first time on a plane. I'm not sure. Oh, it was her first time on a plane. Maribel is such a character. You all know her because she takes care of the animals at the White House. I tell you, she's really good fun to be with and to travel. And I really hope that, I mean, if one day any of you would like to come and visit us here, you'll get to meet her. She's a lot of fun. She's great. Okay, so that's the Sky, out of the plane. That's it. And now it was a matter of taking that big kennel, going to a car, and start the drive. Sky, you're back to Germany. Okay, this is where we always rent our cars in 6th. Hey, there he is, ready to go home. When you do one of these journeys, you feel so complete because all the work of months and months, it all makes sense, and you're about to, change the life of this animal forever. Weather in Germany, as usual, terrible, or mostly. I mean, I don't remember last time I had a, you know, good weather in Germany. There we were. We were getting near. The family was already waiting for him. Okay, Maribel and I taking turns driving. You know that in the Autobahn in Germany, you can go as fast as you want? It's fantastic. Really. And it's super safe as well. It's super safe. There we are. That was the moment Sky met his family. He was in shock. He remembered him, but he was like, oh my God, what's happening? Look, the girl, she was crying, so moved. That was an amazing moment. They were waiting on the street, waiting for him to arrive, and when they saw us, they rushed to us. And look at this. They had been waiting for months. And then, there he was. Look at this face. She was so sad. But there was tears of joy. That was beautiful. Yeah, I told them that everybody was so sad to let him go, and that there will be so many people crying when they saw these images. Look at the tears. Wow. Then the rest of the family came. They were delightful, really nice. Went to the family's little garden, and then it was Sky's big brother that came. Look at this. Beautiful Bernice. Oh my God. They were friends. He was so happy to see him. I tell you, that dog was amazing. And he is, well, just still alive, obviously. But he was so happy to see his old friend back. He's like, where have you been? Where have you been? Man, I miss you. The grandmother of the family, loving people, really, loving people. Beautiful, beautiful. In Germany, most families they have two, sometimes three dogs. It's very common. So this is why when we give dogs in adoptions, we always like to request that the family has another dog, and that always makes things much easier for the dog as well. I mean, imagine the dog has to be at home for so many hours alone, waiting for his humans to return. It's always good that there is another dog in the house. So after that encounter, we just had a quick bite at home. We went to sleep, and the following morning we got together and we went for a long walk in the fields. Look at the sky. Look at his tail. He was already so happy. He remembered everybody. He remembered his humans, the family. Wow, he was just there receiving love. It was beautiful. It was a big love fest. Like, can only happen when you have dogs around. Look at this. That was so nice. This couple, they did so much for him. Imagine when they thought they were adopting a healthy dog, and then they received the Sky in these conditions from Romania. Seriously, that was so terrible. That was so terrible. So, after that meeting, Sky did really well. This is his life now. We received this over Christmas. Of course, he's with the family. Look, there he goes, running in the park. He has lots of friends at the doggy park. Look, there's a beautiful dog Argentino puppy there playing with him. Look at this, look at this. Such a change, such a change. Remember the scared dog that arrived with the terrible injuries? Look at him now. Playing ball, playing fetch. Look at this. Look at how he uses his mouth now. Beautiful. He's put on weight. He looks solid, healthy. He looks like an Akita Inu, actually. Beautiful dog. Everyone knows him, obviously. Sky is a lover. He's not a fighter. He's a lover. Look at this. And this is a walk in the forest with his family that happened the day when he arrived. My God. Look at this. The giant dog just wanted to play and run, but we were still a bit unsure to let him off the leash. So there she is, Maribel, with the cows. I tell you, moments like this are just priceless, really, priceless. Sometimes people ask us, why do you deliver the dogs yourself? And this is why. Because if we didn't do it ourselves, we wouldn't see how everything works out in the end. We wouldn't be able to show you these images. We wouldn't be able to, to share the joy with us. It's so important. And at the same time, we get to look. My God, he was so crazy. Wow. And at the same time, we get to build a solid bond with the families. And for them, we are not just a name on Facebook or on an email. We are real people. We have done all of this, so now it's time to meet and build a relationship. That's really important. So this is Germany, beautiful place, really, beautiful place. Our dogs are very, very happy there. We try to have as many as we can here, adopted here in Spain, but sometimes it's not possible. Anyway, so Sky is very happy living in Germany with his family. He will always be with his people, super happy, and I think we did a great thing. It was a beautiful fit. Jorge, congratulations for what you did, and congratulations to all of you that participated into this rescue. It was really difficult. There were 2 or 3 surgeries that needed to be performed. There were so many treatments over the months, and we just couldn't have done this without your help. So that was Sky's rescue. If you enjoyed it, please like this video, share it, comment, help our videos fly, help the world know that there is an animal rescue group that does this kind of rescues. I think it's very unique, and without this community, nothing will work. Hey, just a quick cut, just a quick update on Angel. Remember, we went to his house to pick him up and took him to the hospital? All right, he's doing much better. Have a look. This is Angel today. ¿Cómo está, campeón?
Venga, va. Venga, pasa. Se ha dado un paseo hasta ahora. Ya no sé ahora, ha comido. Es el rey de la casa.
¿Uy? Es un sinvergüenza, ¿eh? Sí.
Es fantástico. Me tiene enamorada. Me tiene enamoradísima.
Claro.
¿Qué tratamiento le estás dando?
Butanfanol, prednisona y poco más. Sí. Y bueno, comer y de una alegría entre las cosas.
Se ha hecho el rey de la clínica,
Te has hecho el rey de la clínica. ¿Quién te diga que quién?
¡Ay! Gordinflón. Hola. Muy bien. Muy bien. ¿Estás mejor? Ven aquí, ven. Y se vuelve a meter en la jaula, ¿será posible? Ven aquí, ven. Ven aquí. ¡Uy, cómo se estira!
Al día siguiente encontramos un perrito idéntico a él.
Oye, Ángel. Oye, Ángel. Oye. Oye, Ángel. Mira. Oye, que te gusta el lubrital. Eso es, ¿verdad? Te vamos a poner un poco. Te vamos a poner lubrital. Mira.
Míralo.
¿Cómo estás? Uy.
Se recrea y todo, míralo. ¿Dónde vas, Ángel? ¿Te vas a pasear tú solo?
Un paseíto por la clínica, ¿no?
Muy bien.
Estirar las piernas.
Vale.
Oye, Ángel. Madre mía.
¿Ya te la has comido? No, no. Ángel. Bueno.
A todos nos tiene que decir algo. Es un encantador.
Sí.
Un encantador, mira. Míralo. ¿Qué? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué me estás pidiendo? ¿El estofadito de ternera ese que te pongo? Sí. ¿El estofadito de ternera? Sí. Es que es demasiado, Mira, es que se aprieta.
And now we continue with Sky's video reaction. So, as I said, thanks a lot. Thanks for being on this video reaction, and let's hope there is another one very soon. Okay? And don't forget that everything you've seen there can only happen if we have your donations. So please, guys, help us continue saving lives. If these stories touch you, donate. Thanks a lot, and join me as well on my Patreon support group. Thank you very much, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.